really do. I love you. Okay. All right. Who can hear me? Wow, my computer is quite slow. Great. All right. So, let me just test out this real quick. Um, because I implemented a sidechain on the sound for the Discord. Yeah, I mean for the streaming. So is it sidechaining appropriately? Can we hear the sound ducking out of the way when I talk? Blah blah blah. Good sidechain. Cool. Not too much. A little bit. Too much. Amplify the effect. Too much or too little? Diddly diddly. Diddly do. I love poop and I love you. Okay. Too little. So let me just go ahead and lower the threshold here in the shit. All right. Cool. All right. Let's try it again. Check, check. Diddly diddly. Diddly do. Okay. All right. Okay. Too little and a little short too. Okay, so let's go ahead and adjust the release here. Alright, filters, release, 100, 110. La la la! Okay. Alright. So, okay, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it once again. Always warms my heart that you guys participate and join me on the live streams. So I was discussing this with one of the members of the Discord, and I think the staff are on it. But I'm trying to find a more egalitarian way, a more fair way of roasting people's tracks. Because usually what I do is I just select random tracks from people who have submitted to the Discord or the subreddit. And when I do that, it's totally possible for me to select people who just happened to post at that moment I was live streaming and get lucky, and not reward people who have been roasting consistently, posting consistently, being active in the Discord and in the community. And as a result, I'm trying to find a way to kind of roast people who are the most deserving of it. So I think what the staff in the Discord are working on is a roast bot that will actually keep track of the number of roasts that you've done, you know, how effective your feedback has been, and just basically assign XP with that. Thank you, James. I really appreciate you. You're the man. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Um, so I'm trying to find a way for basically a more fair approach to selecting people for the roasting. Shout out to Samsur who's making the bot. Really appreciate it. I have no idea how this shit works. I think the bot is still a work in progress, but I hope to have it implemented soon um, because I think it's just going to make the community stronger and reward people for this shit. Okay. In the meantime, though, I think I'm just going to go the old-fashioned way and just select randomly. I'm going to get it from the subreddit this time, though. Um, yeah, big respect to all the staff, all the admins, all the people who've made the Discord community the what it is. This is really all you guys. I mean, I'm not doing shit in there, basically. I want to give credit where credit's due, and you know, it's all due to the wonderful staff and bots and each and every one of you who participate there. Because yeah, it's just kind of sprung out of nowhere. Uh, Now, for people who want to get roasted without the Discord bullshit, I'll still do that too. I'll still pull from, my subreddit or whatever. Um, but I think the Discord is a great place, and I think all you should be in it. Um, but, just to accommodate people who don't have it, even though it's a free service, all that, um, I'll still be pulling stuff from the subreddit as well in the old-fashioned way. Okay, cool, awesome. Roast the bringing of heat. I would happily do that. Okay, so this is Deluge by Unk. Let's take a listen. All right, here we go. Unk with Deluge.
Here's my private telephone number.
Oh, shit.
Got a crib with a studio.
Wow, that was really fucking cool. Damn, super awesome sound design. Really crazy whomps and growls and whittly diddly. In terms of the mix, it's also quite good. Maybe not like cream of the crop professional level, but I take a couple reference tracks and I'm sure you'll get their stat. In terms of the arrangement, honestly, there isn't really sort of a standard expectation in terms of what the arrangement should be in this genre. It's so kind of out there that I really can't say, how we would improve it. Um, there was a couple people saying in the chat while this track was playing that this music has no soul. And I wonder how valid that criticism is. Because, yeah, I mean, there's no chords or anything. There's no traditional melody in the track. For the most part, yeah, It is just kind of womps and sound design and weird noises. But that's pretty fucking cool in my opinion. Um, and yeah, it's no Aretha Franklin, but it does what it sets out to do, I think, quite well. So I think it's just a matter of reading into the artist's intent, which we sort of have to assume, and then seeing whether they're working towards that intent or, not working to it. What in the track is working towards that intent and what is taking away from it. So I sort of have to assume with each and every one of you every time I roast somebody that they're probably going for a certain effect, and there's things that are in the track that are getting to that effect and things that are not. So it's just about identifying the intent first, and then um, you know seeing if we're getting there. Now I'm not gonna fuck with everybody's intent, okay? But I'll try to put myself in the position of a person who is down for something like this, and then see what they would think in terms of what's working towards that intent and what's taking away from it. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. Let's move on. Just wanted to remind everyone how much we all suck at producing. Lube me up with butter and roast me. I would happily do that. And thank you for reminding everybody. I think it's an important thing to remember. Okay, so this is Archer by Urnawan Elsie Bongmans. Very good. Who's that? Oh, this guy from Always Sunny. All right, this should be good. Let's hear this. All right. Well, okay. I mean, solid loop, solid 4 8-bar loop. No reason why it needed to be 2.5 minutes. But I could totally imagine somebody spitting something nice over this. I think in terms of the mix, I think you could reference Knowledge, and Madlib and all those guys. Old school hip hop producers, Dilla, of course. Because the mix is lacking for sure. I think you just need to compress the shit out of it. It feels a bit too dynamic. Um, and just too repetitive. I think you need somebody to spit over this because it just can't stand on its own. But if you do have somebody to spit over this, or just get an acapella, I think it could be a very solid track. I think the beat and what you do have here is really good. It's just not enough on its own. Um, But thank you, Mr. Bongjamins. I really appreciate that. Awesome. I'm going to destroy the living shit out of this track. No mercy. Just fuck it up. Wow. Okay. Seems like I've really created a healthy environment for everyone. This is Zien, Shape of You, Ed Sheeran, parentheses, Zien remix. All right, let's hear it. Wowie, wowie, wow. Okay. Awesome. So, yeah, really great elements here. I really like this first drop here. It sounds really nice. The sidechain is really awesome, super wavy, super drunk. I think in the first part of the song, I think a lot of people were saying there was just a bit too much reverb or delay on the chords. The progression is really good and the sound is good. It's just a little too much there, and I think also in this section right here, you could just open up the chords just a little bit. Just give us a little bit more so that there's at least some indication that the drop is coming. It could be very, very subtle, but just a little bit. And also, is this really the highest quality vocal of this song you could have found? Because it just sounds like you ripped the vocals from YouTube or some shit like that, and it's like, it just sucks. It's a beautiful song, beautiful vocal take, I'm sure. I just wish the quality of the acapella could have been a little bit higher because it cheapens your remix. Anyways, let's keep listening. So another string element or an ARP or whatever. Let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. I'm coming now, follow my lead. I'm coming now, follow my lead. So this is really beautiful. This part right here. I think every other snap you could add like a clap or like an echo effect, like or something like that, just to kind of give it a little bit more variation. But this drop section is just beautiful, super wavy. Love the compression. Every element is like really sitting nicely in the mix. And then we get to this section right here, kind of reverbed out here. And then it trails on and on and on, and it's not quite clear what's going to happen, and then this happens. Bring in the same exact chords as before, and then just drop the main section again without the vocals. So at that point, it just becomes very clear to us, the listener, that, okay, this guy's run out of ideas. And desperately needs some sort of B section. Because if you just let it trail out exactly as it was before, there's literally no point for the listener to get to the second half because there's nothing new there. So if that's the case, that's fine. Just fade out. If it's not the case, if you do want to grab the listener's attention for 5 minutes, then we need something new. We need a new progression. We need a new synth layer. We need a second drop that's maybe a bit more abrasive and brighter than the first. Just give us a reason to listen to the second half because right now it doesn't exist. Anyways, what you do have here is so good already. I just want you to develop this. I think the track deserves a second part or a new idea. It's just right now it's just not giving the listener enough reason to get to that second half. But thank you so much for supporting and joining and sharing. This is good shit. All right, on we go. Roasting, welcome. Okay, this is Bad Punch with, I don't even fucking know how to pronounce that shit, but I love this guy. Anyways.
It was like a terrible nightmare. Even now, I sometimes wake from a dream and find myself shaking from the memory of it. see if it's... I refuse to think it could ever happen again to anyone else. But who can be sure?
All right. Okay, so there's definitely some promise here. I really like the piano sample, although I feel like I've heard it before in other tracks. The beginning here is pretty good. It's got a nice, chill vibe, okay? And then you introduce that little squelchy bass, and we welcome him. He's a nice, addition to the dinner party. He's got contrarian views on politics. He's really adding to the vibe. He comes and goes. He's not intruding on a chill vibe too much. So far, things are looking up. Okay. And this bass isn't bad either. It's nice, warm, big.
When I first saw him,
there's a couple sour notes in the bass where it's not playing the root notes of the chords on top. And we really need to watch out for those. Like, for example, that's good. That's not the right note. Not good. That's not the right note either. That's the right note. Okay. So now Squelchy Bass is back and on the dinner party. He's had a couple too many, and at first he doesn't seem like he's going to be much of a problem, but then he just keeps going and talking, spouting his bigoted views, and it's just not fitting with the vibe. I think the sound needs a work. It might not even be the right sound altogether. This kind of wobbly bass, I don't know. Yeah, it's just perhaps reducing the amount of distortion you have there, or maybe lowering the low pass filter just to rub out some of those upper frequencies. A little bit too bright and mono and abrasive for the rest of the track. So you can either widen the sound, give it some reverb, lower the frequency cutoff, just kind of make it a more subby sound. A sound that is less in your face. I think it could really work. A great example of using a sound like that would be like older dubstep. Older UK dubstep where, the bass didn't necessarily have to be in your face. It could just be felt in your body. But really, that's, I think, the main thing. It's just that bass is not working. Especially here. Okay, he's now going on like some sort of fucking tirade there. And I don't know, man. I think you just need to lower the low pass there, kill the distortion a little bit, and I think it could definitely work. It's just right now it's a bit too in the face, too on the nose, brother. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. That was dope. Hope that wasn't too harsh. I'm pretty hungry, so I'm probably just gonna do one or two more. Maybe eat some chicken. Anyways, this is Subside with Dreams Are Unforgotten, so they're remembered. Okay, here we go. Okay, awesome. So good. Really awesome Odessa vibe. I really like what you did with the vocals throughout. Definitely got that Odessa vibe. However, everything else just needs a lot more variation to sustain our interest for almost 4 minutes. Like, vocals are really awesome. They change a fair amount, but the drums are pretty much exactly the same throughout. They're just the kick and the clap. Just give me like one hi-hat, bro. One hi-hat. Maybe even two. Okay? And I think that would already take this miles ahead. Another thing is you tease us. You do this whole section right here, build up, as if there was going to be a new element there. Like we're here waiting for the big moment, and then it's just exactly the same, except less. So, for example, what you could do there is just have the synth get brighter, add those one or two hi-hats we were talking about, maybe like a lead sound or a shaker, or just something, man, just something to get us going through these 4 minutes. Because once again, your idea, your vocal chops, all that, super promising. It's just we're all waiting to see where the journey goes, right? You know, I'm looking at your cover art right here, and you know you're kind of trailing through the Antarctic countryside. Um, and right now, for the duration of this track, we're underneath the clouds. We want to see what it's like above the clouds, right? And right now, we're just not quite getting there. So, yeah, I'm all for chilling out, but give me something to work with here for 4 minutes. Anyways, once again, super dope vocal chops, good progression. Every instrument that you do choose to include works well. We just need a lot more to kind of get us through these 4 minutes. Anyways, thank you so much. Change up the drums, something like that. Let's do one more, and then I'll go eat some chicken. All right, I got a tasty meatball in my hands. I was feeling chicken, but I got a tasty meatball in my hands. But can you guys help me take it further? Okay. Speaking of meatballs, I cannot wait for clean meat. Cannot wait for us to all eat lab-grown, stem cell generated meat products. That's gonna be fucking awesome. I cannot wait for that. Anyways, I hope this is it. Yes, this is the end. This is going to be the last track of the live stream. So, Fuse, I hope you're happy. And over here, you can very clearly see that you are happy. All right, here we go. Yes, the end. Okay. Wow. Fuse. Do you need help? What's going on, man? Just talk to me, all right? I mean, things were going so good at the beginning. We were having a nice chill time with you, me, and Boards of Canada. Amazing sound design. So lush and luxurious. Really beautiful. And let's just keep going here. Wow! I thought there was going to be a big moment there, but then you just introduced the drums. I thought at least maybe you were going to give us the bass here. Huge moment, oh my gosh, this is the bit. And then we're just back to where we started. Right. So, you know, I like the drums and I like the Boards of Canada vibe. I just felt that there could have been a little bit more that you added there, such as a bass. I think that's all you would have really needed. Anyways, let's keep listening. Okay. Alright. Okay, and then you start to get weird. Right here. I love the PS1 sound. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed that. I just felt that overall there was just a bit too many ideas in this track to coexist with one another. I mean, this second half right here is so different from the first half that it just feels almost like it's schizophrenic or something. It feels like a man smiling while being burned alive, which I guess if that's what you were going for, then this is perfect. One other thing that I noticed was you're like fading out for the duration of this section. I thought the track was going to be over here. We're fading out as if this is the end. Yes, the end. And then, for whatever reason, we hear this. It's just the same thing. Which, don't get me wrong, I thought that was hilarious. I've never heard anybody do that before. It's really awesome. But it does make the track drag a bit because we're not hearing anything new in these last, what, minute? 2 minutes? Minute and a half? So, you know, if you're going to fade out, I would just fade out. But if you do bring it back in, give us something a little extra to make it worth our while that you tricked us. Anyways, Fuse, I hope everything's all right. You know, I hope you start wearing some flame-resistant clothing. Everything's gonna be okay, man. I promise. But I would say just focus on the first half. See if you can flesh out the angelic Boards of Canada pads and kind of take that and have that be the direction of your song for the duration, even if it's not 4 minutes, even if it's 2 minutes. And then maybe leave your schizo track second half for a different song. I'm not sure. Maybe they could work together. I don't know. Anyways, all I know is I just want to eat some chicken. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I really appreciate it. This was super fun. Once again, in the future, I'm going to be selecting roasts using the handy dandy roast bot in the Discord. So if you're not a member of the Discord, please join by clicking on the link in the video description below. We're all happy to have you there. And once again, keep making great music, keep grinding, and I will be happy to hear it. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Peace out.